Check out carmarshal.com. The link is in the description. They help support us.
This activist is prying loose. Missouri Drug Task Force records one lawsuit at a time. And he was just awarded the largest penalty in state history for a public records violation. CJ Sierra Mella, November 6, 2017, 3:15 p.m. Last month, a Missouri State Circuit judge did something nearly unheard of. She punished a public official for flouting transparency laws. State Circuit Judge Patricia Joyce ruled that a Cole County prosecutor, Mark Richardson, knowingly and purposefully violated the state's open records law when the prosecutor denied a records request by Missouri resident Aaron Mallon seeking communications between the prosecutor's office and a regional drug task force. The $12,100 penalty wasn't much as far as civil lawsuits go, but it was the largest ever handed down in Missouri for violating public record law. And it was sweet vindication for Mallon, a 24-year-old law student, and previous Reason contributor, who has filed 9 public records lawsuits since 2014 against Missouri drug task forces and prosecutor offices for refusing to turn over documents on how they fight the drug war. Those laws are supposed to guarantee public access to the government's business, but Mallon, through voluminous records requests, found the drug task forces were operating in virtual secrecy. One task force tried to deny its own existence to dodge a record request. Others refused to share budget information or were failing to keep records they were required by law to maintain. Mallon is suing another task force for falsifying meeting minutes. Such stonewalling is regrettably common across the country, but Mallon's litigious crusade to make Missouri law enforcement comply with transparency laws is notable not just because of his persistence, but because of the results. One of the biggest problems with federal and state freedom of information laws is they have no teeth. Public officials almost never face consequences for stonewalling records requests, beyond the inconvenience of being sued. We hope that this case will serve as a deterrent to government officials who consider not being transparent, Tony Rothard, legal director of the ACLU of Missouri, said in a statement following the ruling. The Sunshine Law ensures an open government and helps establish trust between the government and the people it represents. Mallon's quest began in 2013, when he was driving to a local conference on drug legalization. At the highway exit ramp to the conference, he was stopped at a license and registration checkpoint set up by police. It was almost certainly unconstitutional, Mallon says in an interview with Reason. They were stopping every car just to check driver's licenses, and of course smell their cars to develop probable cause for a search, on suspicion that people attending the event might very well be in possession of marijuana. Mallon suspected the checkpoint was set up just to harass and potentially arrest conference goers, so he fired off a public records request to find out more about it. He was surprised to learn that it had been set up by the local sheriff and a regional drug task force. Missouri had 27 drug task forces, multi-jurisdictional law enforcement agencies, funded by a combination of federal and state grants, prosecuting the drug war across the state. No one was aware we had these drug task forces in operation, Mallon says. Even the people who approved their budget weren't aware of what they were. They have incredible multi-jurisdictional arrest power and limited oversight and transparency. They're essentially given block grant funding and told, here's $250,000 a year. Go fight the war on drugs and kick down some doors. Mallon decided to dig into how these drug task forces were funded and how they operated. He began filing Freedom of Information requests to prosecutors' offices, drug task forces, and local law enforcement agencies. While some were prompt and professional, many ignored Mallon's requests or offered increasingly strange rationales for secrecy. Some drug task forces claimed they were wholly exempt from state public record law. Another denied his request for routine quarterly reports, citing a section of Missouri law that protects records involving terrorism. The St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department tried to dodge Mallon's request for information on its drug task force by claiming the task force didn't even exist, an interesting but not very compelling metaphysical argument. Mallon had records showing the department received $200,000 in state grants in 2013 for the task force. The official authorized to accept the grant was none other than the SMPD official who said the task force did not exist. In 2014, Mallon started filing lawsuits with assistance from the state chapter of the American Civil Liberties Union. Of the 5 ruled on, 1 was dismissed for technical reasons. The other 4 went against the drug task forces. In January, a judge ruled the East Central Missouri Drug Task Force violated the state's Sunshine Law when it refused to allow Mallon to attend its public board meeting. Until October's ruling, though, courts had declined to issue penalties because the violations weren't found to be intentional. It turns out ignorance of the law is an excuse sometimes. Mallon says he still counts those cases as victories. "We got the main thing we were asking for. We got the documents," Mallon says. There was a ruling on the books that drug task forces were entities subject to the Sunshine Laws, which was something they'd been denying for years. Mallon says he's filed maybe more than 1,000 public records requests to Missouri law enforcement groups over the past couple of years. His tactics have not won him any friends among police. For Missouri law enforcement, Mallon is an axe grinder, a gadfly using public record law to bury their offices in paperwork. He knows what he's doing, Lieutenant Jason Grellner, president of the Missouri Narcotics Officers Association and a candidate for sheriff in Franklin County, told the St. Louis Post-Dispatch last year. Basically he is just harassing the task forces. Mallon's even being countersued by one sheriff's office in what's known as a reverse FOIA lawsuit. The sheriff's office is asking a judge to rule on whether it must release records Mallon is seeking on behalf of the mother of a drug task force officer who died under mysterious circumstances. The sheriff's office also named the mother in its lawsuit. As Reason wrote in September, there's been a worrying uptick across the country of local governments filing lawsuits against records requesters, but as far as Mallon knows, his is the first reverse FOIA suit in Missouri. Mallon has just one response to the haters: scoreboard. "If I were really just harassing these task forces," he says, "I wouldn't be winning the lawsuits." Photo credit, Angie Cuniff/Newsolu/Newscom.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I found that I had to make a change this ending on my videos, letting you know about the channel and fair use laws, you know, how we can report on other people's reporting and how it's good, how it's bad, etc. But you guys can look it up yourself. It is legal. It's in there. But like I've told you before, that I've been cut off from making money on YouTube for 4 years. It's really weird, bizarre, but they cut the money off, but they said you can keep the channel, and now YouTube makes all the money. And if you get bored, plug it into Social Blade website, and you'll see that they are making a huge amount off the site. Right now it's at 63 million views, 53,000 subscribers, almost 3 million views a month. You know, trying to wake people up, and I make nothing. In fact, I got a customer that's ex-congressman. He said if I could ever find a lawyer, sue YouTube on it. But because this is nuts. 4 hours a day, and to save America. You know, but at the same time, it's worth it. Look at what our founding fathers did. They died for this country. So, but getting back to the money part, this is why I'm redoing the video. Is my dream of everyone giving $1, and it's going to be $53,000 a year, or if they did Patreon, which you know, can be monthly. That is not working. That'd be great if it did. Nothing is perfect. And I appreciate the people that do donate, you know, what they can on PayPal. And there again, I'm letting you guys know that is not much. Is, you know, monthly is, oh my god. So anyways, yes, you cannot live on it. It's very, very, very low amount. But the dollar things, I do appreciate that. But when I first said everybody give $1, that's not working. I'm just letting you guys know it's, yeah, that dream. Everybody gives $1. 53,000 subscribers, it's not working. So yes, if you can give more than that, you know, I appreciate it. Like I said, you know, I'm in a unique situation where, you know, what we're already debt free, and I'm not rich, but with the little business that we have, I am able to do what I am able to do 45 hours a day, you know, letting you guys know what's going on. In 4 years, I've did the whole thing myself, 12,000 videos on there. I literally get emails where people are like, holy crap, I never knew it was this bad. And it is this bad, and it's getting worse every day because we have the internet, we have cell phones, we have cameras everywhere now, and it's just disgusting what's going on. And then, as you guys know too, now we got Trump, we got Jeff Sessions doing a war on drugs, and now he wants to go after the forfeiture laws again. It's just unfreaking real. So, if you can give more than that, that dream of everybody giving $1, yeah, that old video, that's not working. They're not. They're just not. So, anyways, if you can give more than that, that dream is not working. Hardly anybody is giving. There you go. So that's why I'm remaking the video. If you can give more than that, that would be great. And there again, like I said, the Patreon's there. There is some people on there that are starting to give, but there again, it's very, very low. And like I said, I don't want to get rich off of that. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because, you know, it's still so stinking corrupt. It's not even funny. My court case that I'm going to be paying out of my pocket myself with Charlotte County's coming up. They illegally looked me up and then posted all my information on LEOAFFAIRS website. They basically doxed me, however you want to say that. I forget what the word is, and they outed me, man. And that information on that site went out to 500 sheriffs, deputies, people that work at the jail, etc., etc., etc. So, yeah, it is very, very scary, but we're going to do a federal case, 1983 case, violating freedom of speech. We have 17 cameras in the house now. We got 2 cameras in the car. I always carry a camera plus a cell phone. A lot of people are highly recommending I get a vest now. If I could, if the wife would let me, I would run for sheriff. We are trying to push the thing nationwide right now. Where just to mix it up and to get the topics out there is register to run for sheriff, NPA, no party affiliation, as a write-in, and that is completely free, and you can participate in the elections. And there's a lot of stuff. We got a guy, James McLinnis in Pinellas County, Tampa, who almost won. He experienced the corruption himself. The story is unbelievable. Look him up. It's mind-blowing what they did. It pissed him off. He is very, very smart. He has way more money than I did. He ran for sheriff at the last 3 months last year in 2016 and almost won. He got all of the black vote. And the reason why he did that is because he ran on, I will not bust, we're in Florida, I will not bust anybody for weed anymore unless it's an ungodly huge amount, like pounds. And then he also ran on no more victimless crimes, no more of this freaking road pirate bull crap. And then he was going to cut the budget by 30%. And when you think about that, you can. If you stop the road pirates, you can get rid of a bunch of people. Gone. So, the wife has been saying, yes, I can, yes, I can't. So I don't know. We're trying to find somebody that can do it because I am busy doing this anyways. But, so I'm making a video, like I said, that $1 a month from everybody, you know, for 53,000 subscribers, that is not working. I'm just letting you guys know. Absolutely give way more than $1 a month. If you can, I appreciate anything. By the way, remember too, when you give that, PayPal takes like freaking 15 to 20%, so it's even worse than that. But, and there again, like I'm letting you guys know, it's way, what I get is very, very low. Appreciate it, but it is very, very low. Can't live on it. I'm just, you know, I'm working, and that's what I'm working on. And that court case is going to cost a buttload of money. That's federal court. Just the filing fees and the depositions that we're going to be doing with this corrupt cop. So there's another reason to give. We are going to be doing a deposition with this very corrupt. He was in a drug squad. He is a bad guy. He's on steroids. We heard steroids are rampant here. That's why their attitude is so bad. And we are going to get him on video, and it will be on YouTube. So That case alone is $5,000 just to bring it to court, and that's my money out of my pocket. So there's another reason to give, and give way more than $1 if you can. So keep that in mind. This is the new video, and I see, God, I talk a lot. It's already 7 minutes, but had to make it just to let you know the $1 a month from everybody is not working. They're not doing it. So if you can give more than that, please. So thanks. Keep it up. Share, like, subscribe, tell your friends, send me your videos on corruption, and I'll post it.